Hey anime lover, welcome to GLD Shorts. Let's start our video. After this chapter, in One Piece, that topic will come back to where people believed that Shanks is evil. I mean, who knows? Because brother, we don't know about evil, but the possibility of Shanks being Mastermind is quite high. And maybe Sahimas fed Luffy his dick intentionally, and also got his hand cut. Hey, wait, Shanks fans, someone will abuse in the comments. Because I will tell about this thing at the end of the video. And yes, this is a requested cover, so no one will say that it is something between Robin and Crocodile. Then we have got to see this cover, so how Satin Bai was celebrating at the end of the last chapter. That Kuma's clones will kill him and his daughter. That first we saw the authority that Gorosei was at the top, then Vegapunk, Sentomaru, and lastly the one with the authority chip that can control the Pacifistor was only half the truth, because in reality the highest authority within the Cuban pacifier is that of Bonnie. That is, Bonnie also changes Gorosei's shirt, and the same thing was told by Vegapunk Stella from below to Atlas, that now is the time to tell Bonnie, and Atlas would understand what to do. And she tells everything to Bonnie, after which Bonnie shouts and says, "Don't shoot, Daddy, help us get out of the salient." There were a lot of Marines standing around here, so she also asks, "Have you found any accommodation?" But because there were so many explosions in the acre, no one could hear this thing properly, except the pacifistors from Kuma, because Brother Kuma's hearing was already quite good, so here the pacifistors heard Bonnie's command. Not just heard, but they turned against the Marines, where they started blowing up the Marines and their ships one by one, and by blowing up I mean literally. Here they are in trouble with the Marines, because such letters are being showered on him for 2-3 pages. He came and stood up because if he wanted, he could have remained in the upper left position, and he would have left all this work to Srohats, but after putting his body in the mule, he came down. Let's go to Vegapunk, because those people had fallen from the air, so what could they do? Here Sanji had happened to them, by the way, if you have noticed. Laveau the vacuum rocket from Fabry Face. It takes 32 cents to enter, but they were attacked before that, i.e., whoever. Right now, we are seeing from 2-3 chapters. Those are the things that happen between 1 and 2 minutes. Then try this. Just insane also, but still they try to make Luffy with Psyprism Stone, because no matter why Luffy is Emperor. No, if the Prism Stone has been made, then it is still working on it. Yes, if you keep aside the matter of inducing Rio inside the Psyprism Stone in the mines and breaking it, then but wait. They can't catch Luffy just like that, because there is a bombardment going on nearby, but more importantly, he tries to block with his feet, but eventually he also got injured a bit. Yes, but he is not pierced like the others, and then Kizaru comes in front of Bonner Kuma and is about to attack him with his laser swats, and said that, "Don't worry, I will kill both of you together so that you will always be together, and you will look quite painless, so there is no need to be afraid." But then Luffy stretched out his hand and said to Kizaru, Lupe punches the khaki guy, due to which Kizaru falls straight down. Luffy was laughing in amusement because it is coming to an end. Well, I also agree with this to some extent. But now, brother, you think for yourself whose. The epithet is the same as the joy, and the source of its power is the smile of the Nebi, because Ota Senseng. After leaving, he was lying on the ground holding his head, and Satan was staring at Brother Luffy. That robot will remain intact and will rise back up again, but here that enchanted robot was not alone. Even here Bonnie also hears that sound, and she thinks that it is the same one from the date. The straw is Luffy, Sangod Nika is Luffy here with his iconic gear potion. See it, Bonnie too. At first he couldn't believe that Nika was standing in front of him, and here tears started flowing from his eyes. It was celebrated for this. That is, they used to believe and ask about Sangod from the beginning, and hence, on the northern coast of Ek, we see that a very big giant chip was moving towards Ek here. See here, the money is absolutely perfect. Was it in chalk or What are these people doing here? They were disbanded 100 years ago because on one side were moving the giant warrior parrots with their two captains, Dory the blue ogre and Brogy the red ogre, and both of them are here. They say themselves that we are here to take Strawhide or we will send him to Sangodnika. Call the witch means they already know the real identity of Luffy, which at first signifies that nearby Shanks must have stolen the loot from my Luffy. But I also want to see Shanks and actually ate the loot by mistake. And because the devils have their own will, and this is what is explained here. So maybe here Shanks has understood that Luffy is the one who has the right to Delfoot, and that is why Shanks even lost his hand for Luffy. Now I will not call this an act to win Luffy's trust, and he may have done this to motivate him. Rather, it could have happened that Shanks became a little desperate after seeing Luffy's life in danger, and that is why he jumped into the sea without thinking. And in this haste, that sea monster cut off Shanks's hand. Otherwise, it would have been fun if such a small monster was able to cut off Shanks' hand, but for the sake of his filial piety, Dory and Procky are busy in clearing the north side, because after all, if their ship is so big, then how will they be able to stop Marine Sun? So his coming here for Luffy confirms one thing, that the next arc will be Elvab, whose One Piece Vance has been waiting for years, which I think will be an arc where I will see a lot of mysteries being added. Thank you for watching and subscribe for more contain.